we asked viewers, do you worry about your kids' mental health? Now, 85% said that they do. But it's quite reassuring, actually. A couple of them... So Carrie Ann says, the more people who know the early signs, the better. I can't fault my daughter's school in helping her. She's got a happy, sad face chart and a diary, so it keeps things in hand. And then Kelly, my daughter has signs of mental health issues. Her teacher is incredible with her. And she has a worry book where she can draw pictures and write about her feelings. And then they have like a snug dark room where she can go and have a bit of time on her own. She said, I see a big difference in her already. Now, this, for me, is joined-up thinking, because otherwise, if you don't get these signs early, you're going to end up with a lot of the adult mental health problems that we have now.
I think there's so much pressure on teachers already to then expect them to almost be social workers. You know, they have so much responsibility put on them. And so very little time, and 40-odd children in the class. And like you said, I think teachers are pretty good at spotting when something's wrong the majority of the time. Obviously, there's been times when they haven't been, but the vast majority of the time, I think teachers do an amazing job.
Oh, no, of course they do.
At spotting things.
Yeah.
And like you said, even if you have them trained, if they get training, that's all very well, but where does it go?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
There'll still be an 18-month waiting list.
That's the thing. Is this a political initiative that just puts a load of emphasis on teachers and then just, you know,
for
withers
me,
on the
it's Theresa
vine?
May going, oh, what's everyone talking about? Mental health issues, because it's very in the fore, rightly so at the moment. So, you know, they might vote for me if I bring up mental health. I think it's a ploy with
Theresa
her.
May's time is over.
Yeah. Well, no, absolutely. But I think she's literally clutching at straws to try and get
I mean, she did say when she first came into the PM job that it was her key thing, child mental health. And I do think it's really important. But, of course, you know, CAMS, the Child Adolescent Mental Health Service, at the moment, so even if a teacher refers a child, on average, the waiting list is 6 months.
Yeah,
that's on average. So imagine how long some people have to wait. And that 6 months is a long time in a child's life, you know, when they're suffering.
Well, anyone who's suffering, a day seems like a week. So 6 months is an incredibly long time. Your son deals with this sort of thing, doesn't he?
I mean, I'm one of these people, unfortunately, I'm learning, I'm being educated by my son, he's an ambassador for an organisation called CALM, which is Campaign Against Living Miserably. And so, in my day, you know, if you had some problems or anything like that, we'd be told, you know, sort yourself out.
Get on with it.
Get on with it, and, you know, it will get better. But in speaking to my son, the main thing that he does talk about is it's about talking to people and finding someone to open up to. And, you know, I'm just a bit worried that young people are so impressionable, and it's like, sometimes you can get confused between, are you depressed or is it just something that's not going right in your life? And, you know, I'm worried that young people might be self-diagnosing themselves to say, I'm depressed, when you're not
just
depressed.
Having a bad day.
They're just having a bad day, and then it takes it away from people that are actually going through...
I think when people are when people say depressed, I think it's generalising, isn't it, rather than there's so many different levels. You know, I always say, when we have Denise on the panel, you know, I always say, because we've all had moments in our life where we get depressed, whether it's, you know, losing someone, you know, divorce, whatever. But I've never had the thing she describes, which is just, she could be sitting on the panel and hit that dark place.
Yes, everything
I've
could be
never
going really well,
that,
and it's still...
So that's another level, I think, of depression that, you know, touch wood, I hope I...
And, you know, and it is... if you get it early with children, as those comments show, you could be saving the state a fortune later on. And I'm really shocked by this statistic. You know, 2015, suicide was the most common cause of death for both boys and girls. So 17% of boys and 11% of girls aged between 5 and 19.
But you know, we say in our day, oh, they don't know they're born. In our day, we were told to get on with it. In our day, we can't keep comparing it to our day. It was so different. Yeah. We didn't have this. We didn't have social media. You know, I got bullied at primary school for a good 2 years. It was hell on earth. But when I came out of school, he couldn't then get to me at home. He couldn't post things online for all my friends to see or other people who I didn't know, and then you get bullied online. the pressure on them now is massive, and the genie is out of the, out of the bottle, and we're not going to get that back in. But one thing for me in schools is it's not a case when they walk in, make sure your phones are in your bag. I think the phone should be taken off them from the time they get into school. They should be put in lockers. They're not on it all day.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have to do that, I think.
I think, and the statistic there, Jane, that you read out is so horrifying.
Yeah.
And, we're all parents of children who are either teenagers or older. And, when I first thought of my son heading out, he's 18 soon, heading out at night with his friends, my main concern was, I hope there's not some sort of fight or some sort of awful thing that he gets caught up with. But it's not just that now. Now I worry about the mental health and whether they're okay, because he's quiet. He's not going to always come and sit with his mum and tell me what might be wrong with him. But what is good is they have... him and his friends, everyone's got WhatsApp groups and this sort of thing. And they have one that they've set up that is just for their group when they're feeling that they need help with their mental health.
Yeah.
So they kind of go on it and they all talk amongst themselves.
That's really good.
Great. But then again, they are self-diagnosing, so there's a worry as a parent. Are they giving themselves the right information?
But at least they're talking a lot of money at it.
I know, at least they're talking.
To take money.